What's up, party people? Thanks for checking out the video. And I want to talk about something I started doing about a month ago, and it feels really good. And I just want to share it with some people and maybe get a little feedback and see what you guys think. Now, if you guys have been following me for a while or checked out any of my other videos, you guys know I intermittent fast. And that's when you don't eat anywhere from 14 hours or more per day. And I've been doing this for approximately 4 years now, and I love it. It's one of the best things I've ever done. And I have come to the conclusion that we don't need to eat 5, 6 times a day. And I can say that with confidence, being an athlete myself. I've been lifting weights for over 25 years. I've been doing triathlons for over 20 years. And I've been active my entire life. I have eaten 5, 6 times a day. I've taken supplements because I like to lift weights. I've done it all. Like I said, I'm a triathlete too, so I understand the importance of nutrition and health and eating right. And I was also a personal trainer too. So did a lot of research. Me being an author and a ghostwriter, I had to do a lot of research on health topics and things of that nature. And that's how I really stumbled up on intermittent fasting and how good it is for the body, and how intermittent fasting has been used for thousands of years, literally thousands of years, as a way to help heal the body from the inside out. For example, with intermittent fasting, there's something that's called autophagy, where if you don't eat for 18 hours, the body then starts to attack the diseased and damaged cells in the body. And they use those cells for food, and or they start to attack them and remove them from the body. Now, let me back up and say this. When you don't eat for an extended period of time, the body has to get energy from someplace. Normally, we get energy from the food we eat. But if you don't eat, it's got to get it from someplace. So it's going to get it from stored fat. Now, how is the body to use stored fat if we're always eating? Think about it. And, people always say that, to lose weight, you have to speed up your metabolism. And to do that, they say you have to eat, eat constantly 5, 6 times a day. And that just defies all logic. So again, just think about it for a second. If you don't eat, the body has to get energy from someplace. Where's it going to get the energy from? The stored fat. It cannot use stored fat if we're always eating. People need to really just stop right there and think about that just for a minute. So, I've been doing this for, like I say, several years now, and I really enjoy it. I just feel better when I intermittent fast. Now, I have now done taking it one step further several times a week, and it is really good for me as well. And that is, I only eat once a day. Once a day. I eat once a day, and I feel totally fine. I feel totally fine. Now, some people may be like, I can't eat once a day, I'll go crazy. You don't start out that way. It's a gradual progression. Like I said, I've been intermittent fasting for several years. And the first time I intermittent fasted, I barely lasted 10 hours before I thought I was going to die. It's just from starvation and weakness. But after a while, your body starts to get used to it, and you can go longer and longer periods without eating. I have done 2 5-day water fasts, where all I did was drink water for 5 days, and I survived. So your body eventually gets used to it, and you start to feel really good. You start to feel cleaner on the inside. You feel lighter, and it helps regulate the body when you're not eating all the time. It really does. It can help, alleviate blood pressure. It can help regulate blood sugar levels. It can help lower cholesterol, not to mention the weight. It can also help with weight loss. Now, let me say this though. As I said before, I've been lifting weights for over 20 years. And my first thought was, if I don't eat, it's going to just, destroy all my muscle mass. But if you look at some of my previous videos from just say a week ago or 2 weeks ago, you can see I haven't lost any muscle mass. If anything, I have maintained my muscle mass, and I'm the same strength as I was before I started even intermittent fasting. So I haven't lost anything. You can kind of see my shoulders are still kind of big. I haven't lost any muscle. What happens is, if you are intermittent fasting and then when you break the fast, you eat a healthy meal, the body knows it's not starving. That's the difference between intermittent fasting and calorie restriction, or that strict dieting that some people do. What they're doing is they're cutting calories. They're counting calories and they're eating less. So they're hungry all the time. Even when I only eat once a day, I do not go to bed hungry. Every day I eat until full. Every single day. I just go literally 24 hours without eating. But when I finally do eat, I eat until I'm full. And it's the weirdest thing that if you don't eat all day, when you finally do eat, it's almost like a party. It's a celebration. It's like, well, I get to eat, and you're eating, and it's good. It's great, But the key is to eat healthy, of course, and you can have your little junk food every now and then or whatever. But the key is to be mindful of what you're eating. So you want to eat healthy every day. Now, let me say this though. I don't eat until evenings. I have done some experimenting. I've experimented where if I eat, say, at 3 in the afternoon, and try to go to 3 o'clock the next day, I'm hungry by that night for some reason. It's the weirdest thing. It's like if I do eat earlier in the day, I want to eat later on that evening before I go to bed. I just feel really hungry. But if I go all day and don't eat until, say, after 6, that holds me until the next day. It's very strange. Again, I drink a lot of water. I drink a lot of water all day, every day. That helps keeps me full. I drink a lot of tea, green tea. I also put honey in my tea. I put turmeric, black pepper, and cinnamon in my tea as well. So if I'm drinking tea, I'm putting all that in my tea. Now, here's another thing that I do every morning. First thing every morning, after I get up, I drink apple cider vinegar with black pepper, with turmeric, and cinnamon. And I recently started adding oregano to that. And I have a couple videos on that as well, so you can check those out on my channel. But every morning, I drink apple cider vinegar with a dash of black pepper, turmeric, cinnamon, and oregano. That's how I start my morning. That's my quote-unquote breakfast. And those have some amazing health benefits also. So, just give this a try. Just think about that. And I look at, our society, and they tell us, we need to eat all the time. And just look around. They tell us to do that. It's going to help speed up our metabolisms. But, our society, we're getting fatter and fatter. That's no other way to put it. We're gaining weight as a culture. We sit down all day. We have desk jobs. We're not as active as we used to be. And part of it is our diet is just not that good. And it's just making us, overweight. Here's another thing I noticed too. How many people do you know they work out religiously? And you see the videos, they're on YouTube, they're on Instagram, whatever, working out really hard. And they stop working out, and what happens? They start to gain all that weight back. But you don't always have to work out like that, and I'm speaking just from experience. You don't have to work out 6 times a day just to maintain your weight. The diet plays a huge part in that. And quite frankly, if you're intermittent fasting, at the end of the day, you're not taking in as many calories as if you were eating 4, 5 times a day. That's something you want to think about. And also, when you intermittent fast, again, your body is using stored fat for energy. It's using stored fat for energy. Now, in the beginning, it can be really difficult to intermittent fast, but as you continue to do it, your body gets used to it. That's the trick. That's the key. That's the part that a lot of people are intimidated about. It's that first day or two or week, they think that they just can't survive because their body can't handle it, or they just think they're going to starve to death, or they just got to eat. Your body will adjust. It may not seem like it in the beginning, especially, but the body will adjust. And once it understands that it can start using that fat for stored energy, you won't be as hungry as if you're eating constantly. It's like a transition. It's a transitional phase that your body goes through. So it won't happen overnight. The body just has to realize, okay, after all these years of eating 5, 6 times a day, I can tap into my natural ability to use stored fat for energy. And it takes the body time to adjust. You can't expect it to just flip a switch like that. It's going to take time for it to get to that point. So what I mean by that is this. If you would have told me 10 years ago to just eat once a day, I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have died. It would have been pure. It would have been impossible. I could not have done it because back then, man, I was drinking Gatorade, I was eating power bars all the time, and I was doing a pre-workout snack, I was doing a post-workout snack, I was doing all that, and I was thinking I was doing the right thing. But I'm telling you, I'm an endurance athlete. I'm a triathlete. I lift weights. And I'm telling you, me as an endurance athlete who's told to always eat, to fuel up, that I do not have to do that anymore. I can literally work out in the morning for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours in the morning, drink my water, take my shower, and go. And I do not have to eat. And a lot of people are probably going crazy right now, just their heads are blowing up if they're even still looking at the video. But I'm telling you, I can do that. And I had to wait before I can even make this video because once I put it out there, I'm not going to delete it. And I'm sure people will question it or, think it's wrong. But I'm telling you from experience, it can be done. You just have to gradually build your body up to this. Now, keep in mind, eating 5 to 6 times a day is relatively new in our society. I'm going to say 30 years ago, the thing was to eat 3 times a day. And if you wanted a snack, your mother would tell you, no, you cannot have a snack because it's going to spoil your dinner. That's how I grew up. But now it's like you can eat whatever you want whenever you want. That's a major problem, and we should not be doing that. And if you just look around our society and you can see how obesity is prevalent in our society, how so many diseases, how high blood pressure, how everything is just running rampant and has increased in our society, something ain't right. Something's not adding up. I mean, we got all these fitness fasts, these fitness equipment out here, these gym memberships, and so many people are doing all this, and they can't lose this weight. Why is that? It's the food. It's our diets. We have gotten away from our natural ability to use stored fat for fuel. That's part of the problem. Now, if you want to go back even further in society, our ancestors ate even less than that. Sometimes they only ate once or twice a day, and they had to do that for survival. Now, and our bodies adapted to that. Think about it. If we only ate once or twice a day for hundreds and thousands of years, why are we still here then? Why are we still surviving and flourishing as a society? Because our bodies have adapted to that. We can do it. We just have to give it a try. So, everyone out there listening to this right now, all I want you to do is just, if you've never done it before, just do your research, look up the word autophagy, AUTOPHAGY, autophagy. Look up the word autophagy, look up intermittent fasting, look up the history of intermittent fasting. You can see it's been used in every religion around the world. Fasting is not only physical, it's mental and spiritual. And let me say this too about that part. A lot of foods we eat got all these chemicals in them. Look at the labels. Look at all these artificial food colors, all these artificial flavors, all these ingredients with 10 letters in them that you have no idea what they are. Look at the meat that we're being fed and how it's injected with GMOs and hormones. All that stuff is getting in our body, and we don't know what it's doing to us long term. We have no idea. And of course, it's approved by the FDA, but do your research. A lot of things that are approved in the United States by the FDA are banned in other countries. Look up some of these food colorings and you will see how they are banned in a lot of European nations. How a lot of genetically modified food that we are fed in the United States is not being served in other countries. So just think about, what are we eating and what are we putting into our bodies and how is it hurting us? I don't like it. Something ain't right. Something is not adding up. And I'm going to go on a little tangent here, but then we got all these medicines and things of that nature. And are these medicines really designed to make us better? Or are they designed to make somebody money? You tell me. I'm a businessman. I'm a business owner. I have a degree in business. I have a millionaire mindset. If I own the business, which I do, I want customers. I want people to use my product. Repeat customers. That's the lifeblood of any business. You need repeat customers to make money. So let's bring that back to the medical industry. They are for profit. All these drug companies are for profit. They have shareholders. They're designed to make money. How will they make money if they only have a customer who uses their product one time and they don't need it anymore? How can these companies make money if no one is sick? Think about it. Sickness is a multi-billion-dollar industry. How are these doctors going to pay back their student loans if no one is sick and they need to go to the doctor? Just think about that for a second. How many people are taking 4, 5, and 6 medications, and these medications have all these crazy side effects, and they got to take medicine for the side effect? Just think about that. And I think about these type of things. I'm like, okay, something ain't right. And then I look at fasting, and what you're doing is you're not eating. And if you ain't eating, you ain't spending no money. And then with fasting, it heals your body from the inside out. Fasting helps the body remove diseased and damaged cells. Fasting helps cleanse the body. That's the real detox is fasting. It's not taking some herbal teas. That's not real fasting. You want to get to the source, which is real fasting, which is the true detox. Why are you going to take a detox tea for a weekend but you're still eating all this other junk? Or you do that detox tea and you stop drinking and you go back to doing your regular stuff the following week. That makes zero sense. Intermittent fasting, healthy eating is a lifestyle. If you do it properly, you will continuously remove those diseased and damaged cells from your body. Definitely. That's what intermittent fasting is. Your body is already in a constant state of detox. Constantly. Your lungs are detox. Your skin is a detox. Your liver and kidneys are detoxifying the body all the time. So, when you intermittent fast, you're getting rid of those diseased and damaged cells and you're replacing them with healthier cells. Again, do your research and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. But this is the key to good health. And again, I'm speaking from someone who's been exercising for the majority of his life, who still lifts weights, who still goes out and does triathlons and does endurance events, who has not lost his muscle mass. Like I said, go back and look at some of my previous videos and you can see. But I couldn't make this video about eating one meal a day until I have been doing it for a while, and then I can tell you my personal experience. It does work. You're not going to be hungry all the time because your body adjusts. Your stomach starts to shrink a little bit because you don't have to eat so much food. And then when you finally eat, you get full quicker than you think. So the net result every day is you're eating less calories, which is going to help you maintain your weight at the same time. So just think about it. Try intermittent fasting. Give it a try. Now, I will say this though. If you're taking medications and things of that nature, talk to your doctor first. Because with some medications, you have to eat in order for them to be absorbed. So please, don't stop taking medication if you're taking meds. That's something you need to talk to your doctor about, because you never know how your body will react to that, to not taking meds. And that could be very dangerous. But if you're not taking medication, you're relatively healthy, give intermittent fasting a try. Start small. Skip breakfast. Eat dinner, go to sleep, wake up, skip breakfast, drink a lot of water and tea in the morning or even coffee. Lunchtime, eat a full, healthy meal. Eat until full. Don't eat a cracker and say, oh, I'm just going to eat a cracker. No, eat until you're full. Nice full meal that lets the body know it's not starving and it can burn fat. That's what you want. That's the key to good health. The key to good health is not taking medicine, every day for the rest of your life. The body can heal itself from the inside out. And the key with that is intermittent fasting and letting your digestive system rest, thus allowing your body to start working its magic on the inside, doing things that you have no idea what it's doing. So again, I'm Jeff White, and my business is Jeff White Fitness Solutions. And when I say fitness solutions, it's all types of fitness. It's physical fitness, which is the exercise. It's the mental fitness, which is up here. The spiritual fitness, which is in your heart, and then your financial fitness. So we have many aspects of fitness. And the key to being the best you can be is to work on all four at the same time. So again, if you have a fitness problem, let's get a fitness solution. So please, like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions about, eating once a day, intermittent fasting, drop me a line. But again, do some research. See for yourself. This is not talked about because no one can make money off of this. Think about it. We live in a society where it's all about capitalism, making money, and getting rich. Okay? People are not going to waste their time if they can't make money off of something. So my thing is this. Your health is more important than somebody getting rich off of it. Think about that. No one's going to talk about not eating because they can't get paid off of it. That's why the big businesses won't talk about it. But I'm telling you, intermittent fasting has been around for thousands of years. Eating herbs and things of that nature, people have been doing that for thousands of years. Look up the health benefits of turmeric, of cinnamon, of black pepper, all these different herbs. Look up apple cider vinegar. I'm gonna tag my other video in this so you can see it. But I'm telling you, there's a whole world out there that's not being discussed because no one can make a profit off of it. But I'm telling you right now, this is the key to good health. And I am living it. I eat once a day and I feel perfectly fine. I can go my whole day without eating and my energy levels are just fine. Whether I work out that day or not, I feel fine because my body has learned how to tap into that stored fat for energy. So, like I say, give me a shout. Let me know what you think. And y'all have a good one. All right. Peace.